Here in John chapter 5, verse 1, John, the beloved disciple, writes, I say he's the beloved disciple because Jesus identified him as the one he beloved. John was with Jesus more than any other disciple besides Peter and James. John was part of what we know as the inner circle for Jesus. Listen, you can have a circle, but everybody can't be in your inner circle. That's why we have a lot of problems, Sister Amelia. Everybody want to get in your circle and we let them in. And everything that I put on Facebook is not part of my inner circle. And don't put all your inner circle stuff on Facebook, amen. That's some stuff that should stay at the house. But Peter, James, and John was part of Jesus' inner circle, and they had a very close relationship with Jesus. And John is part of the gospel writer. He's not part of the synoptic gospel, but he's the fourth gospel. Matthew, Mark, and Luke are the synoptic gospel because they see the same story but tell it from a different perspective. John is known as the other gospel or the fourth gospel. Even though John was one of the gospel writers, because gospel means good news. Talk about the life, death, and burial and resurrection of Jesus Christ. John does tell the story, but John is more concerned about you seeing the power of God. I want you to understand that if we don't see anything else, we need to see the power of God. Buildings are good, bands are great, and uniforms and dresses look good, nice pocketbook, good hairdos and shiny shoes is fine, but I need to see God's power. And so John has more miracles in his gospel, and he talks about the power of God. So here in chapter 5, we see God at work when he writes it, after these things. There was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there in Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, a pool called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. And these lay a multitude of those who were sick, blind, lame, and withered, waiting on the moving of the water. For the angel of the Lord went down in a certain season. All of us went down in a certain season into the pool and stirred up the water. Whosoever then first, after the stirring of the water, stepped in was made well from whatever disease which he had afflicted with. And a man was there who had been ill or afflicted 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been there a long time in this condition, he said to him, do you wish to get well? I want to talk from the subject, seeing what you can't see. Thank you, ushers. Seeing what you can't see. I thank God that my wife has some pretty good insurance with the school system. And she decided to take us all to the eye doctor about a year ago. And I was just going to go, Sister Ann, because everybody else was going. Because I felt I had pretty good vision. Thought I could see good. But as everybody went through the chair with everything, and they asked me, are you going to go? I said, I'll go. And I began to tell the doctor what I thought I could see. But as he backed me up from the wall, those letters, I thought I could tell an N from an O. But at 12 feet, they all look the same. And so he began to tell me, you got good sight, but you got bad vision. My focus was off. And so he said, if you just slow down, you can see a little better. And so I can see, when he began to put different lenses in front of my eyes. And I realized it was stuff there that I couldn't see, Brother Miles, the whole time. And I said, well, that's some stuff that I should have been seeing that I could not see. And I'm going to tell you, even in the spiritual realm, Brother Johnny, there's some things we should see that we think we see, and we miss in the big picture the whole time. What are you saying, Reverend? Many times as believers, you should see yourself as the head because you're the tail right now. But if you see some stuff you can't see, you should see yourself being the lender and not the borrower. You should see yourself coming out of poverty when you don't even have a job. You should see yourself healed when the doctor just have given you a bad report. What I'm trying to tell the believers here, those that know there is a God, there's some stuff that God has in store for you that eyes have not even seen yet. Ears have not heard, neither have it in the heart of man what God has in store for his people. All I'm trying to tell you, every now and then you ought to see yourself better than where you are right now. That's why many of us have a crazy praise, not because of what we can see, but I'm praising God for the things that I cannot see. Oh, y'all gonna get with me after a while, because some of us cannot praise God because you're stuck on what you can see. But if you see yourself at the top of the chain, and see yourself as the manager, see yourself as the one that's in charge, that have money and not being broke, you can praise God too. I don't praise God because of what I got in my pocket. I praise God because every time I look at an empty wallet, I say something's on the way. Do I have anybody here that you can learn to see some stuff that you can't see? Let me help you out. 25 years ago, some of y'all wouldn't have saw yourself in a suit right now. But look at you now. You're sitting on the deacon board. You're singing in the choir. You're doing stuff for the Lord. You got to see yourself being somewhere where you are not at right now. You got to praise God for the thing that's on the way. Some people only praise God for what you have right now. But understand, there's another chapter in your life. That's why I praise God, Deacon Hopkins, because the current circumstance does not determine my future stand. My current situation has nothing to do with what God is trying to take me. It's just a holding place. See, some of you get caught up in where you are right now, and you think there's the end of the rope. But you got to understand, there's some more rope on the way. Because if God is in your life and God is able to do everything but fail, you ought to tell yourself the best is yet to come. That's why believers can see stuff that they cannot see. And we look at our text this morning, Sister Hopkins. I'm encouraged to tell you today that despite where you are right now, that should stop your praise. So Sonny, many times we see our situation and how long we've been in our situation. And we begin to give up on God because we've been there a long time. Do I have about 6 folks in here that's sick and tired of being sick and tired? I heard a song the other day said, I've been down so long, it looked like up to me. Don't act like you don't strip on 93.1 every now and then. I got kids. Been down so long that down look like up. Every time you take one step forward, you find yourself taking 2 steps back. As soon as you pay one thing off, something else. As soon as you get something fixed, something else break down. As soon as you put some money aside to save, you got to spend it. But there will come a time in your life that it doesn't matter how long you've been in your situation, you ought to see yourself in a different place. Young people, as you go to school this year, see yourself being on the road. I know you may fail in grades last year, and that's all you can see if that was you. But see yourself being an achiever this year. See yourself saying, I'm going to pass, I'm going to graduate, I'm going to pass the test come Monday, I'm going to make it. You got to see yourself through some stuff. I see my marriage coming back together. I see my child turn his life around. I see my husband. I see my wife say, I see my boyfriend and myself made. That's the things you got to see despite the argument you had last night. Come on. John writes here a story that happened down in Bethesda. There was a pool, but around the pool there was a porch. King James had impotent folks, blind, halt, and withered. They had all type of infirmities. And the story is Brother John, is that when the angel came down and troubled the water, the first one to step in the water will be made whole of whatever infirmity they had. And there was a man that been by the pool 38 years. This man could not walk. He was lame. Matter of fact, he was so deprived and depressed that he even had a bed with him. And he had become comfortable in his situation. I'm glad to believe, Sister Johnson, that many people are in their situation long too long just because they become comfortable in their situation. Sometimes God has to make your comfortable places uncomfortable for you before you even move. And that's why you get uneasy. That's why the brows and the rough places begin to poke out. That's why the spirit that you thought was a good spirit is changing. That's why the co-worker that used to smile in your face are not stabbing your back. God is trying to get you to move. This man had been there 38 years. He even had a bed. Listen, if I'm going to the pool to get healed, I'm not going there to lay down. And many times we are in places too long and we don't want to be there. We complain about being there. If it's that bad, leave. But I found out some people enjoy being depressed. I realize some people enjoy having a pity party. I realize that 17 years of passion, 43 years of living, some people enjoy being at the bottom. You got to see yourself out of what you in. Don't become comfortable and complacent and say, woe is me. If it's woe is you, get up and say, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I done cried my last tear. I done gave my last sad song. I'm going to give God a praise because when he woke me up this morning, I don't have a reason to be depressed. If he started me on my way, I still have joy in my heart. If I can feed myself, put one foot down and drag it over, I got a reason to give God praise. I know I got sickness in my body, but I'm not dead. This man had been there 38 years. And the story says here, every time he got ready, Brother Charles, to get in the pool, somebody would jump in before him. The reason some of us are not healed because you don't have the determination it takes to get in. You let everybody else get blessed. Don't you know if God is blessing somebody, I'm going to be the first one in line. I'm not going to wait for you to clap. I'm not going to wait for you to say amen. I'm not going to wait for you to stand up. Listen, I need God for myself. So you can keep on sitting there and wait for somebody else. But I'm going to give a praise already. I'm going to be the first one in the pool. Do I have anybody here that say, I can't wait on Tom, Dick, and Harry. I need God for myself. The reason many of us miss God, we trying to wait on the crowd. Listen, they in a predicament just like you. You better seek him while you have time. This man had been there 38 years. And every time he desired to get healed, every time the water was troubled, somebody would jump in before him. How bad you want to be healed? Do you really want to be healed? See, many of us have been going through stuff 2 or 3 days. And what we do, we don't want to be healed. We just want somebody to agree with us. Let me tell you what I'm going through. This is what happened. This is what happened. If you want to be healed, change. The sign of insanity is keep doing the same thing, but expecting different results. Y'all don't look like y'all insane to me. If you've been doing the same thing, you're not going to get different results. Listen, let me help y'all. I can't talk about nobody but me. That was a time, nigga, right there. I was 210 pounds. I know you can't tell it now, but just say with me. I was ripped up, looking pretty good. I got some pictures to prove it. I work out hard when I'm going. I go hard. I work out hard. And I wonder why I don't lose any weight now. I was a fingers. I jumped out of the plane with the range school, all this stuff. I know how to do it, but I hadn't changed my eating habits. So I just helped some of y'all, just said some of y'all free. I can't expect to lose weight and still eating red velvet cakes, y'all break. I can't expect to lose weight and still eat that fried chicken. I would be insane to think I'm going to change the way I look. I don't care how much I work out. See, you can't come to church every Sunday and think you're going to change and you're still raising hell. You can't say you love God and you can't love your sister and brother whom you see it. That's the thing. You got to change. I know y'all laugh at me, but laugh at yourself because we all got some areas we need some change in. This man has been there for 38 years. He missed his blessing because others jumped there before him. But God showed up and said, "Will thou be made whole?" Three things I want to give. First of all, don't be distracted by your condition and how long you've been there. That has nothing to do with your breakthrough. But don't be distracted by your condition and how long you've been in that condition. Because some people compare what you're going through and say, "Well, I don't have what she had." Or I go to church and I'm still, listen, you got distractions. Listen, it doesn't matter how long you've been there or what you have. The same God that put the heaven and stars in place, kept the planets and stars from falling down and caused the grass to grow, is the same God that can take care of your condition. So don't say, "I've been sick longer than somebody else. I gave money, I prayed, I helped folks." Listen, I'm not distracted by what others got going on or how long I've been there. I keep my eyes and focus on God, because if God can raise the dead, open blinded eyes, He can take care of what I'm going through. Do I have at least 2 witnesses in the building? The condition or how long you've been there has nothing to do with my breakthrough. That's why I can see a brighter day. Some people can't see it because your condition. I see better for myself. I see a breakthrough for myself, not because of my condition, but because of my God. When you got a God like I got, I know you got it, you ought to see yourself in a different place. Stop focusing on your condition, because that's stuff about you can't see. That's stuff about you can't see. And believe it or not, everybody else see it. You know, when I was telling you about I was 210, in my mind, when I see myself, oh yeah, that's who I see. I see 210. Soldier ready. I used to jump out of the plane. I won't jump off this pulpit now, but I see myself like that. But what messed me up one day, I was with my wife in the department store, and it got those 3-way mirrors. And I walked past one of those mirrors. It ain't got to be a mirror. You be on the sidewalk on Broad Street and reflection, and you see yourself, you're like, who is that? And who is that behind them? Like, no, that's all you, player. That's all you. You don't see yourself as you really are. But everybody else can see your flaws. They see your bad attitude. They see your disgruntled spirit. And you think you pleasing God. That stuff about you can't see. So you can't be focused on what you used to be. You got to focus on God and say, "God, keep on working on me, because I know you're not through with me yet. I don't cuss, but I still think about it. I don't smoke dope when it comes across my mind. I don't drink, but sometimes my nerves get shaken." Some of you are in a place where you can say, "God is not through with me yet." So don't be distracted about your condition or how long you've been there. See yourself healed. See yourself happy. See yourself filled with joy. Number two, I know you got to go, but I got some more stuff planned. What we eating at today? I know y'all didn't come to the church and not going to place to eat something. So they ain't you didn't tell me what we eat afterwards. You want to see, but we got not going to eat afterwards. Number two, don't be distracted by God's past methods of healing. Now, don't be distracted by God's past methods of healing. The past method is man that you got in the water. God can heal you any kind of way. If he can make a jackass speak and make an axe head float and give Peter the money for the taxes in a tilapia fish mouth, he can still heal in your way any kind of way he wants. This man was waiting on the troubling of the water, but God said, will thou? You trying to get God to fix you like he fixed somebody else in the past. God can heal you how he ever want to heal you. He can speak through a child. He can speak through a dream. Don't rely on past methods of how God done it for how he used to do it. God is doing a new thing in this time and generation. Don't you know, I don't know how he's going to do it, but I'm crazy enough to know how. I don't know how, I don't know when, but God is able to do it in his own time, in his own season. You got to trust God and see beyond where you are right now. The trouble in the water is what he thought was going to bring the healing. But if I can get my hands on Jesus, if I can get my mind stayed on him, I know everything is going to be all right. Don't have anybody in the building that know I tried reading the 12 steps, I tried counseling, I tried friends, and everything else let me down. Let me tell you, try one more thing. It's called Jesus. It may work for everybody else, but something that works for everybody else may not work for you. But I know somebody that'll never let you down. He never lost a case. He never lost a patient, and his name is Jesus. I thought it was past methods. But that's when I talk to people. I can't just tell them the right answer that worked for the last family. I can't tell you the remedy for your marriage. I can't tell you what's going to fix your child. I can't tell you what's going to stop you from it, because everybody in here is different. And God deals with everybody in a different way. This particular man, he didn't want to heal it by trouble of the water. We have him recorded when he came down, he asked him, would he be made whole? This could have been the 30th time that he came. But he's still waiting on the troubling of the water. Many of you missing your blessing because you're trying to get it like somebody else got it. God, you're going to bless me. I don't care how you bless me. See, some of you got blessed through a layoff. Some of you got blessed through a divorce. Some of you got blessed through sickness. And you prayed to stay where you was at. God was trying to get you to your breakthrough. He kept asking, will thou? This man made excuses. He said, well, every time I try to get here. No, God said, will thou? Will you give up depression? Will you have joy? Will you have a peace of mind? Will you have a happy home? Will thou be made whole? So don't be distracted by past methods, what God done for everybody else. Number three, not only must you not be distracted by those around you, be distracted by your condition, how long you've been there, or past methods, but don't be distracted by those around you and their condition. This man, he wasn't there by himself. It's a lot of impotent folks. Let me tell you, you're not the only sinner in this building. You're not the only one cussed this morning. You're not the only one had a little sip last week, this weekend. I'm going to skip your road, go to the next road. You're not the only fornicator. You ain't the only one that committed adultery. Y'all be quiet. Y'all stay with me. Keep saying amen. Nobody know that. Everybody got some issues on the porch. The problem is we look at everybody's issues and say, well, I'm not as bad as them. sin to be sin. I don't cheat, but you lie. A lot of times we compare ourselves to other folks. That's still a distraction. And when God hears other folks, don't think God has forgotten about you. And if God hears somebody else, that gives me more reason and more energy to praise God, because it assures me that if God heals somebody else, one, he's still in the healing business. And two, that's just one less person in front of me to get my blessing. So when God bless somebody else, I get excited. I'm not going to concern myself or become distracted by others around me and their condition. I praise God for bringing me out. Too many times we lose focus by focusing on everybody else. Let me tell you, keep your business to yourself and mind your own business. Sweep around your own front porch. Leave everybody else's business alone and say, God, as for me and my house, I will serve the Lord. Stop worrying about God healing everybody else and say, God, take care of me. So you got to see yourself healed. You got to see yourself blessed. You got to see yourself as the head and not the tail. And we ain't getting ready to get out of here. But I want to know, do I have anybody in the building that can see what you can't see right now? There's a lot of stuff that should be on your radar that you don't pray for, you can't see it right now. But in your spirit, you're telling yourself it's on the way. I got joy. I know I got bills, but I got peace. I got hell around me, but I got peace that surpasses all understanding. All I'm trying to tell you, Sister Mary Johnson, is see what you can't see. See people that love you. See people that care about you. See a God that supply all of your needs. What are you trying to say, Reverend? I may not be there yet, but I'm on the way. I may not be where I'm going, but get ready, I'm on the way. What do you say? The best is yet to come. I don't have joy, but joy is on the way. I don't have money, but money's on the way. I may not have a house, but my house is on the way. I may not have a husband, but my husband's on the way. I may not have a wife, but I see my wife coming. I got trouble in my marriage, but I see peace in the home. What are you saying? You got to see what you can't see. Young people, see yourself passing to the next grade. See yourself going through the next level. What are you trying to say? When you got the faith of a mustard seed, you can speak to your mountain, and your mouth is shall move. You have about 10 folks in the building. I'll make up 11 that you know God will take care of your needs, but you got to see it. Do I have anybody here that know God will heal your body, but you got to see it? Do I have anybody in the building that know God will open doors that was closed in your face, but you got to see it? I can't see it for you. Big Mama can't see it for you. The preacher can't see it. You got to see what you can't see. So let them laugh at you. Let them talk about you. Let them scandalize your name, because you see what God is getting ready to do in your life. And one day you'll come back and see who gets the laugh. The same people that laughed at you going down, they'll start crying when God pick you up. Turn you around and place your feet on solid ground. They laughed at the Hebrew boys. Look what happened. They laughed at Daniel and the lions did. Look what happened. They laughed at Abraham, but look what happened. They laughed at Moses. They laughed at Joshua. They talked about Jesus, but look what happened. 3 days later, he got up with all power in his hand. Do I have anybody in here that's I've been down too long? I see myself get up. You got to see what you can't see. This message is really about faith. Brother Terry, I got the faith that we're going to pass on Monday. Now people have the faith that before they give the test, you already passed. I'm not the best Bible scholar, but there's a scripture saying the Holy Spirit will bring it back to your remembrance. And see, I wasn't the most studious kid, but I was a church boy. So I used to pray hard thinking Bradley at school. I said, God, you said you'll bring it back to my remembrance. I do it in the name of Jesus. And God would honor his word. Stop complaining about that job. And see yourself filling out the application. See yourself as the boss of the next company you're going to. Don't stay there 38 years and still can't walk. Don't stay there 38 years lying in the bed that you got to carry around. God will know today, will thou be made whole? Give God a hand praise. We stand all over the building.
We have any believers in the house?
Amen.